Today, I want to talk about dating after being a widow. It was scary. I've been with my late spouse for 20 years. So that means that I hadn't had a first date in more than 20 years. And while some things were still the same, there was a lot that was different. I like to think that because I was in my 40s, I was mature, I was a mother, had a career, knew who I was, and knew what I wanted. I would say that made it a little easier, but I was still extremely nervous. I was nervous about everything. And the funny thing is, my first date with my spouse now, it was quite funny. I had no intention of going on this date. It wasn't planned. He just happened to call me one Saturday after he got off of work, asked me to go out with him to a comedy club. I think I was in the bed when he called, and he wanted to go to a late show, and I was thinking, you know what, hey, I haven't been anywhere in a while, so why not? So I jumped up, and I wasn't asleep, but I remember I was just laying in the bed with some clothes on. I wore those clothes. I put no preparation into this date whatsoever because I had no intention other than going somewhere with this man and hopefully having a few laughs at this comedy club. It's so funny when I look back over it that in that first date, I never imagined that he would end up being my husband. I tell him this all the time. I don't think he had that intention either. I just think he was like, hey, let me see what she's about. Let me take her on a date or whatever. And here we are, over 5 years later, and we're married. So it was quite eventful. We did have a good time after the comedy show. I just thought, nice guy. I'll keep it moving, keep going on with my life. I had no issues with him or anything. He was a perfect gentleman on the date. There were some funny things that happened that made me kind of be like, I don't know. He knows what those things are. There was a bodyguard or security guard or something that followed us around the whole time, who was a friend of his. I didn't know that at the time. I was just wondering, who is this person? So, that was quite funny. And I just think it's hilarious that after that first date, he didn't call me again for over a month to go on a date. I mean, I was absolutely shocked, but there are a lot of things, that came into play. And it's so funny, that second date, that kind of sealed it for him. He did a really good job on that second date, and the dates just got better and better and better after that. I told him that on that second date, after that second date, I remember thinking to myself, I think I want to get to know him. And so he did a good job, but dating, no matter what stage you are in life, it is nerve-wracking. And you just have to get out there and do it if you choose to do that. And I'm so glad that I did, because I have a husband and I'm so excited about him. But just know that if that's where you are in this journey and you're thinking about it, just be safe, first of all. Let people know who you're going with, where you're going. Things of that nature. I remember doing those things. Those were things that I remember being important. And so as long as you stick with those things and go to public places, don't have too many expectations, because you never know in this day and age what you're going to get. But I think it's okay to get out there, have some fun, enjoy your life. You're still here. You're still living. And therefore, that is what you should do. Live. Now, no one can tell you the time frame on what you are going to do and how you are going to do things, that is completely up to you. Don't ever allow anyone to make you feel bad about the decisions that you make for yourself, because no one has been through what you have been through. Most of the people who have opinions on these things have never been in your shoes. And so I just encourage you to do what you want, but just always be safe about doing it, and make sure that your family or close friends know where you are, who you're with, those types of things, and just enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. You have been through a lot. And so if you get that opportunity to get back out there and enjoy yourself, do it. You owe that to yourself. And I like to think that a lot of our late spouses would want that for us. They would want you to be happy ultimately. So do that, get out there, just stay encouraged. You might not meet your prince right away, but stay encouraged, or your princess. Again, I encourage you to just do the things that make you happy. Happy. That's the goal at this point. You want to be happy. As always, I hope you have a great day. Be blessed.